So what was the aim of the exhibition?
So the idea is to show how the body at the beginning of the Renaissance first becomes modern, because at the same time it becomes very different things. It becomes a field of investigation with the rise of anatomical sciences, who have in Padua their academic center and in Venice its publishing center. It becomes an object of desire with the beginning of this iconography, which we describe as the gift of Venetian painting to the Western tradition, which is the nude in the landscape. And we have a lot of pictures of female nudes and male nudes in the room where we are, which is the second room, is the one devoted to desire. Mm-hmm. And then in the last room, we want to talk about how the body is not just a biological entity, but it's the tool through which we construct ourselves. So we move and talk about persona, personhood, and how you perform with your body, how you get dressed, how you comb your hair, how you can refine yourself and your appearance to become more truly who you are.
This is the aim in this period?
This is the period, yes. It's about self-fashioning. It's an idea that is first born in this period in Renaissance Europe. The idea that you can fashion yourself.
And that was really new compared to the Middle Age, right?
That was new, and that was, it's often kind of thinking that we identified with a manual of the period, The Courtesan, written by Baldassare Castiglione, which we have on display in the show, the personal copy of Francis I, King of France.
And what about Dürer? What is he doing in this plot?
Dürer is doing a lot for us because Dürer is a foreigner who visits Venice, and so as a foreigner he notices things about how Venetian women dress, for example, the Venetian artists don't necessarily notice immediately. So for us, the gaze of the foreigner is really important onto the sort of urban landscape and the Venetian reality of the time.
And he's very sensitive to all that, and he's going to communicate.
He's extremely sensitive to that. He's extremely sensitive to how costume, so fashion, changes regionally. So the women that he meets here dress differently from the women that he knows from Nuremberg, where he's from. And he's very interested in that, and we have wonderful drawings from the Albertina collection that tells this story.
But he is also very interested by men more than women.
He's extremely interested in men and also extremely interested in his own body. He's obsessed by his own body. We have an incredible gift, an incredible loan from Weimar, which is the self-portrait of Dürer in the nude, where he studies and inspects his own body as if he were a body belonging with someone else, with this kind of coldness and scrutiny. We also have his own hand, which he traces and then measures. And so, Dürer is one of the, I would say, next to perhaps Leonardo, one of the most important presences inside the show.
And just very quickly about Leonardo and the Man of Vitruve, what can you say?
So the Vitruvian Man is in the permanent collection of the museum, and we are very privileged to be able to show it again after 2019.
But why was it important?
When or why?
Why?
Because it's in a way the symbol of the study of male proportion in the Renaissance. It's a drawing that was very important in its time, although not known. We don't really know where it was kept. It became especially important in later centuries, where it became this sort of celebration of the male form placed inside a circle and a square. For us, it's important when it's shown in context, because that drawing is really the study of an abstract form. It doesn't speak so much about life, it speaks about an ideal. But we have placed next to it the Great Lady from Windsor, which is, again, another incredible loan from the Royal Collection, from Windsor Castle, that shows a very different kind of drawing, a very different exercise that Leonardo does of representation of the inside of a female body. And I invite you to look at it.
Merci.
Thank you.